You are standing in a circle of 40 people. They are chanting your name. Tears are running down their faces. They are telling you they love you. You have known them for 72 hours. In 3 years, every one of them will call you master, and you will believe you deserve it. But right now, you are nobody. You are lonely. You are lost. And someone just handed you a flyer for a free yoga retreat. This is how it starts. Let's go back. Level 1. The recruit. You are 26. You just moved to a new city for a job that already feels meaningless. You do not know many people here. On a Saturday morning, a stranger approaches you at a farmer's market. She is warm, friendly. She asks what you do for a living. She listens like you are the most interesting person she has ever met. Nobody has listened to you like this in months. She invites you to a free weekend retreat. Personal growth, meditation, yoga, organic food. No cost, no obligation. You say yes. What is the worst that could happen? You arrive at a rented farmhouse outside the city. 30 people are there. Everyone hugs you. Everyone remembers your name. The food is incredible. The conversations feel real. People share their struggles, and nobody judges. A man gives a talk on Saturday evening. He is calm, funny, brilliant. He says things about fear and purpose that feel like they were written specifically for you. By Sunday night, you feel more understood than you have in years. You sign up for the next workshop. It costs $500. You pay without hesitation. After the workshop, 3 people text you to say how inspired they were by your story. A woman you just met calls you her soul sister. A man you spoke to for 10 minutes says you changed his perspective on life. You have never been this valued, this seen, this important. This is called love bombing. Every cult in history uses it. Flood the target with warmth, attention, and belonging. Then slowly raise the price. You do not know this yet. You think you found your people. But ask yourself one question. Have you ever walked into a room full of strangers and been hugged by all of them within the first 5 minutes? That is not normal. Normal people do not love you before they know you, but you are too lonely to notice the difference. Level 2. The student. The workshops escalate. The first one was free. The second costs $500. The third costs $2,000. The fourth costs $5,000. Each one goes deeper. Longer hours, more emotional. You are encouraged to share your deepest secrets in front of the group. Your childhood trauma, your failures, your shame, things you have never told anyone. The group holds you while you cry. They tell you this is healing, and it feels like healing at first. But your secrets are not safe. They are being recorded, not on tape, in the minds of your leaders, stored for later. In NXIVM, the cult run by Keith Raniere, members were required to hand over what they called collateral, nude photographs, confessions, damaging personal information. If you ever tried to leave, the collateral would be released. Your secrets became your chains. You do not think this applies to you. You are here voluntarily. You can leave anytime. Except you are spending less time with your old friends. They do not understand the work you are doing. They ask too many questions. The group tells you this is normal. Growth requires distance from people who hold you back. Your family calls less. Your friends stop inviting you out. The group becomes your only social world. This is isolation. The second tool of every cult: remove the outside, replace it with the inside. Now you have nowhere else to go. You do not notice it happening. Isolation never feels like isolation when you are surrounded by people who agree with everything you say. It feels like belonging. That is the trap. The loneliest place on earth is a room full of people who will only love you if you stay. Level 3. The devotee. You are now a true believer. You have completed every workshop. You have spent over $20,000. You have shared every secret. The leader gives you a new name, a spiritual name. Your old name belongs to your old self. That self is dead. You move into the compound, a shared house with 12 other members. You sleep on a thin mattress. You wake at 5 a.m. for meditation. Your diet is controlled. Rice, vegetables, no sugar, no caffeine, no alcohol. They say this purifies the mind. It actually weakens your ability to think critically. You sleep 4 to 5 hours a night. The rest is work: cooking, cleaning, recruiting, studying the leader's teachings. In Scientology, this is called the Sea Org. Members sign a billion-year contract. They work 100-hour weeks. They are paid roughly $50. Not $50 an hour, $50 a week. You do not question this, because questioning is reframed as weakness. Doubt is a symptom of spiritual failure. The problem is never the group. The problem is always you. If you are unhappy, you need more training. If you are confused, you need more sessions. The answer to every question is deeper commitment. This is a psychological technique called thought-terminating cliché, a phrase that shuts down critical thinking before it starts. Trust the process. Surrender to the work. Your ego is resisting. These sentences are not wisdom. They are walls built to keep questions out. You have now been here for a year. You have not spoken to your parents in 4 months. Your mother leaves voicemails that you delete without listening. Your father drives 4 hours to the compound. He stands at the gate and asks to see you. A member tells him you do not wish to have contact. He stands there for 20 minutes. Then he leaves. You watch from a window upstairs. You do not go down. That night, lying on your mattress in the dark, you cry for the first time in months. Silently, so nobody hears. The next morning, you tell yourself it was weakness. The group has a word for this: attachment. It is the thing holding you back from enlightenment. Your father is attachment. Your mother is attachment. Your old life is attachment. The cure is always the same. Go deeper. Level 4. The recruiter. You are promoted. You are now responsible for bringing new people into the group. You go to farmers markets, coffee shops, university campuses. You approach people who look lonely, confused, searching. You know what to look for because that is exactly what you looked like 2 years ago. You smile, you listen, you invite them to a free retreat, the routine that brought you in. You do not see yourself as a predator. You see yourself as a healer. You genuinely believe you are saving these people. This is the cruelest part of the system. The victims become the recruiters, and they do it with love. For every 10 people you recruit, 8 leave after the first weekend. 1 stays for a few months, 1 stays forever. That one person is enough. The cult grows one true believer at a time. You learn the script. Never mention the group by name on the first meeting. Never use the word spiritual. Never pressure. Just listen. Be warm. Be patient. The target does the work themselves. You just hold the door open. They walk through it on their own. That is what makes it so effective. And so hard to prosecute. Because from the outside, it looks like a choice. From the inside, you know the choice was designed. There are an estimated 10,000 cult-like groups operating in North America right now, up from 5,000 in 2003. They are not hiding in the woods. They run yoga studios, life coaching businesses, wellness retreats, leadership seminars. The front looks clean. The inside is something else entirely. Level 5. The enforcer. You are now trusted with discipline. When a member questions the leader, you are sent to correct them. Correction looks different in every cult. In some, it is a conversation. In others, it is public humiliation. In the worst ones, it is physical. In NXIVM, women in the inner circle were branded with the leader's initials using a cauterizing pen on their skin while being held down. They were told it was a symbol of commitment, of trust, of sisterhood. You do not brand anyone, but you do report members who express doubt. You monitor their phone calls, you read their journals. You tell yourself this is protection. You are keeping the family safe. When someone tries to leave, you are the one who talks them out of it. You cry, you beg. You remind them that nobody outside will understand them, that the world is dangerous, that the group is the only safe place. And if they leave anyway, you cut them off completely. They become a non-person. Their name is not spoken. Their photos are removed. In Scientology, this is called disconnection. You are required to sever all contact with anyone who leaves. Your best friend from the early workshops left 6 months ago. You have not spoken to her since. You do not even know if she is alive. You tell yourself she betrayed the group. But at 3 a.m., alone on your thin mattress, you wonder if she was the brave one. You push the thought away. You cannot afford it. Doubt is a virus in a cult. If it spreads to your face, someone will report you. And then you will be the one sitting in a room while someone corrects you. You have seen what that looks like. You do not want it to be you. Level 6. The lieutenant. You are now one of the leader's inner circle. There are only 5 of you. You have access to everything. The bank accounts, the real estate holdings, the legal structure, the offshore funds. You know where every dollar goes. And the numbers do not match the message. Members donate 30% of their income. Some have given their entire inheritance. One woman sold her house and gave the proceeds to the group. She now sleeps in a shared room with 5 other women. She has nothing. She is told she has never been more free. The leader preaches simplicity, humility, service. Meanwhile, he lives in a private residence that costs $40,000 a month. He drives a car that members paid for with their savings. He wears clothes that cost more than most members earn in a year. You know this. You see it every day, and you say nothing. Because saying something means losing everything. Your rank, your identity, your friends. your entire social world, the only people on earth who understand you. This is why cult lieutenants almost never become whistleblowers. The cost of truth is total annihilation of your life. The leader promotes and demotes people in the inner circle constantly, on purpose. It keeps everyone anxious, competing, loyal. You are never safe. You are always performing. One wrong word, and you are back to cleaning toilets. Jim Jones, leader of the People's Temple, used this exact method. He rotated his inner circle to prevent alliances from forming. Nobody trusted anyone except Jim. That was the point. Your leader does the same thing. Last month, your closest ally in the inner circle was demoted to kitchen duty overnight. No explanation. The message was clear. Nobody is safe. Loyalty is not a shield. It is a leash. And the leader holds every leash. You smile at him during meetings. You agree with everything he says. You volunteer for the hardest tasks. Not because you want to, because you are terrified. In 1978, Jones ordered 909 of his followers to drink cyanide-laced Flavor Aid in Jonestown, Guyana. 304 of them were children. The lieutenants handed out the cups. They were not monsters when they joined. They were people like you who climbed too high to climb back down. Level 7. The leader's shadow. You have been in the cult for 7 years. You are now the leader's most trusted person. You run the daily operations. But you have also seen too much. You have seen the leader scream at members until they collapsed. You have seen money disappear into accounts that do not belong to the organization. You have seen people who questioned him destroyed, publicly humiliated, stripped of rank, cast out with nothing. You know the truth. The leader is not enlightened. He is a man with a personality disorder and 10,000 people who are afraid to say no. But you cannot leave because you recruited hundreds of people into this system. You told them it was safe. You told them it was love. You told them to trust you. If you leave and tell the truth, you admit that everything you did for 7 years was a lie. That you are not a healer. You are a victim who created more victims. That is the final law. Not the compound, not the leader, not the threats. The thing that keeps you trapped is your own guilt. You stay, not because you believe anymore, but because you cannot face what leaving would mean. Every cult survivor says the same thing. The hardest part was not getting out. The hardest part was admitting you needed to. There are people in cults right now who know the truth, who see the manipulation, who understand the system. They stay anyway, because the door out leads to a world that will ask them one question they cannot answer. How did you let this happen to you? You have no savings. The cult took them years ago. You have no resume. Your work history is a blank. You have no references outside the group. You have no home, no credit, no friends on the outside. You do not even own a phone that the group did not give you. Starting over means starting from zero at 33 years old, with no money, no connections, and a 7-year gap on your resume that you cannot explain. Some people do it anyway. They walk out with nothing and rebuild from scratch. They are the bravest people you have never heard of. Most do not. Most stay, and the cult counts on that. You are standing in a circle of 40 people. They are chanting your name. Tears are running down their faces. You are not saved. You are not free. You are not enlightened. You are trapped at the very top with nowhere left to climb and no way back down. 7 years ago, you walked into a free yoga retreat because a pretty stranger smiled at you at a farmer's market. Now you control 10,000 people, and 10,000 people control you. The exit door was always there. It just got smaller with every level, and now you cannot fit through it anymore. Somewhere out there, at a farmer's market, on a Saturday morning, a smiling stranger is approaching someone who looks lonely. She is warm, she is friendly, she asks what they do for a living, and she listens like they are the most interesting person she has ever met.